What a beautiful April Fool's Day morning here in Bakersfield, California. It is the first morning workout of the year that I'm not wearing a jacket. I am out a little later than usual. My sleep is still jacked up, and so I slept for like 2 hours. Been up since 1. I ended up just jumping on the treadmill and doing a 5K on the Zwift. That was my watch just clicking off another kilometer. Did a 5K. Actually, it felt pretty decent. Let's look at that sunrise. And then I messed around the computer. I got a webcam, so sorry guys. And I kind of messed with that a little bit. Lay down at 4 o'clock. Not really sure if the Fitbit counted as sleeping, but I got some shut-eye. And then now it's past 6, so it's nice actually. I always take pictures, if you follow me on Instagram, of all the shopping carts. I call them, free range shopping carts. That poor one's got all kinds of rocks on it. So I slept a little bit. I haven't gone out the door this late in quite some time. In front of me is the High Sierras. Can't really see them. Still a little bit too much cloud cover. In fact, I was out at Hart Park doing a workout with Mandy yesterday, and I came across a young woman who is traveling around. She's got the van life going, and she's just been going to a lot of, she's in the East Coast, been going to Yosemite and the Sequoias, and Bakersfield isn't a big, we're surrounded with mountains all around us on 3 sides. We're at the bottom of a U, which makes our air quality shit because everything gets blown down here. So you got ag and oil, but our air quality is way better than it used to be. I mean, this is a gorgeous day out here today. So, yeah, it's kind of like, same thing, so we're 2 hours from everything, kind of. And then Los Angeles, you would not think of it, but LA is a trail city as well. And it's surrounded by mountains and some really great trails. This poor shopping cart really got jacked. Too many encampments around here. So this morning I'm doing a 6K workout, run, walk, and Saturday I actually have a in-life 5K. I haven't done a 5K race in quite some time. I've done a couple half marathons during the pandemic, and the Borough race, which we're going to be going to again in 2 weeks' time. But this 5K will be fun, and it will definitely hurt because I have not run fast like that, and it'll be interesting. So what are you doing today? What was your workout? Are you still bundled up in the mornings? Leave them in the comments, and it's time for another 500 run. The value of routine. I mean, I felt like I had gotten run over by a truck this morning. I've actually been up most of the morning, and I headed out the door a little bit woozy, not feeling good. But man, I'm 5 kilometers into my 6K run walk, and now I'm feeling great. Took a kilometer or so. The sun is out. It's a beautiful day. I'm not wearing a jacket. Still got my long sleeve shirts, but it's beautiful out. And that's the thing with working out. The hardest thing is, the first step, obviously. And so if you got a routine, you just get out the door and you just go do it. And, after a workout, almost no one says, God, I wish I hadn't done that. So what is your routine? How do you get out there and just make sure you get it done? Leave it in the comments or get a hold of me on the social medias and shoot me a message. So now it's time to walk back to the house. As I'm walking home, I was thinking about Clubhouse. Yeah, I know I'm talking about it probably way too much. But besides, the networking possibilities and being able to go on there and talk about all things endurance, and I just jump into rooms. I was in a trap house room last night, and what really struck me, just kind of hit me as I'm walking home, listening to Paul Oakenfold. Yeah, I like EDM to work out at. Above and Beyond Paul Oakenfold have these amazing 2 hour long podcasts, just full of great music and almost never a clinker. So one of the things that I kind of realized is on Clubhouse, sorry, I'm just kind of losing my train of thought. On Clubhouse, I'm listening to young people, the youth, and you might think that sounds odd, but I'm going to be 58 right now, and my opportunities to hang out and just listen to young people, besides just being on social media, but actually pretty much in person, because the way they've set up Clubhouse, it is a live thing, and then it's gone. It's not edited. It's really not scripted. Everybody's being pretty real, or as they say, keeping it 100. And it just, I kind of just realized, like, I have just not listened to so many young people, or people for that matter, over the past week. And it's just really nice to hear their perspectives, hear the enthusiasm, hear the youth in their voices. And of course, as like Joe Rogan and Adam Carolla will talk about, or actually, it's not those guys, it's Bill Simmons of The Ringer. He talks about like his big thing, he loves the NBA. And he's like, yeah, these kids today, they go to college for a year and they get in the NBA at 19, 20, and they're so mature compared to how we were. A lot of it's because they've grown up in the social media world, so they know how to handle it. So when they're talking, they're not doing, they can give a good interview, they can present themselves well. But it's just really, really refreshing to listen to young people, especially this pandemic. I felt really isolated. I got injured a year ago of that horrible fall. I last year at this time was doing 40-minute miles and having to have my wife pick me up a mile from my house because I couldn't make it home. And right now I'm on my 4th day of trying to get my 100-mile week for the second one this year. I was at 45 miles in 3 days, and I've already got, 5K, about 12K, 7 or 8 miles in right now. So I'm blessed to have that happen. But just, so my world kind of cratered in because so much of it was involved going to races, talking about races, going to hikes, traveling, supporting others in their endeavors. And that all got shut down. I mean, all of us felt that way. But before that, even now I'm looking back, I had a pretty cloistered world of basically, I hang out with a lot of 30, 40 somethings because most people my age aren't really doing what I want to do. And so a lot of my favorite, I always joke that my favorite hiking buddy, training buddies are moms because they don't have a lot of time. So they want to get out there, get it done and get home. And and I have the flexibility, my schedule to do it. So it's just my idea of that it's so nice to be able to just listen to young people talk. I mean, and I probably miss it because in my adult life, I taught high school for 2 years right out of college. Then I had a record store for 20 years where it was all young people coming in. And then I coached at Bakersfield High for 3 or 4 years. But I left Bakersfield High coaching in 2009-10, started my Bakersfield Distance Project with adults, but then that was more skewed in their 30s, 40s, and 50s. So it's just kind of nice. Now, of course, the groups I've been in on exclusively running, basically, on Clubhouse have been skewing 40s, 50s. But the other groups, obviously, are a lot younger. Though it was fun. Yesterday, we had a young man from Brazil, 22-year-old runner, talking to us about running. And it was an interesting conversation when he brought up marijuana, cannabis use in endurance sports. So, like I say, if you can get on there, I highly recommend. It's got some good benefits. Who knows? It's right now in beta mode. If you don't have an iPhone, you can't get on, and it might end up going all to crap when the corporations figure out how to make money off of it. But even then, I think it'll be good. It's, like I've been able to connect with so many people in the past week. Sure, you connect with people on Facebook, but, things just get lost when you're writing and typing and and this whole vocal, which is basically what my videos are. And sorry if you want videos that are stunning and stuff. I'm actually showing you where I'm going. Besides, you don't really want to see me, but also I try and figure out where the sun is. I'm actually walking up here on the Chester Avenue. And so I'm kind of rambling here. So I'll finish this up. Thank you guys for the comments and likes. Please subscribe. It's not that I really want to be monetized. It's just that I want YouTube to give me some money because they used to not monetize people that didn't have 1,000 subscribers, but now they do. And so, I'm going to spend the money on endurance stuff or products. I just got a webcam. I got a stand. I'm wearing some new shoes. Of course, I buy these shoes off eBay. I got these great Ultras for $30. So if you can hit subscribe, turn off the notifications. I don't want to be bugging you to death. And just click it and forget about it, and I'll do the rest. Thank you guys all for listening or watching, and as always, stay healthy, be boring.